5, 4, 3.
Why, Kev?
You'll see. 2, 1.
You cannot. You got to start the count over.
Okay.
All right, here you go.
You gotta put this at the end of the episode.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, I'm real interested in what just happened right now.
It's that Common Core, man.
It's got
They
you
messed
count.
up the whole game. Yeah.
That's wild.
I need some ones blocks and some tens blocks.
Chaos is happening in my home right now. I don't know what just fell.
I know, like people dropping dishes and stuff.
Yes, it's in the bedroom. So
sounds like it sounds like a restaurant.
that's exactly right. We can get in trouble. Restaurants are supposed to be closed. They're gonna be running up on my house any minute. What up? What up, Kev? How was your week, brother?
Chilling, man. Good. How was yours?
It was cool. Man, it's been crazy busy. I just can't even, I can't imagine it's being any more busy than it is. Oh, yeah. Man, I hope it slows down. I really do.
Oh, it seems like it will now.
Well, yeah, it's going to have to. Well, yeah. Or it's going to speed up. More people at home. I don't know.
Yo, did you see the lady at Trader Joe's in North Hollywood?
No, what happened?
She Karened out on some people today, I think, for I'm assuming on some mask stuff. Bugged out though.
Oh, like the Starbucks lady?
Yeah, similar situation. I'm gonna move this camera just a touch. There we go. Yeah, similar situation, although she didn't post anything. That Starbucks lady, I don't even know if I assume it's true, but that was so weird.
You heard she wants a piece of the bread, right?
Yeah, I saw that was hilarious.
She bugging, yo. Gosh, she bugging.
Be like, yeah, let me get that address for that check.
Yeah, exactly. You tripping.
And left her whole Facebook page up. That was the greatest thing ever.
Yo, like I don't care, whatever. But you know what? I just feel like there are more people like that than we hear about or read about, because it's better when the person is afraid. You know what I'm saying? But there are a lot of people that are just bold with it, like, whatever, Facebook up, F y'all, N-word, let's get it popping. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right,
okay.
Right.
And so the news just be like, all right, well, we can't talk about them because they down for it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, man.
I'm going to put together a Karen coffee table book just as a retrospective in like 10 years. Just be a nice little keepsake to have.
All right, opening question. Top 5 Karens. Go.
Oh, man.
Let's go. You're on the spot. You got to do it. You're on the spot. Top 5 Karens.
I think probably her, San Diego Karen. She's got to be. Well, I don't know if I could put them in order. She's definitely in that top 5. The woman today, just because she's fresh in my mind, the Trader Joe Karen.
All right.
Amy Cooper. Amy Cooper's number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah,
number
she's an innovator, trendsetter. Who else? What was old girl in the mini mart that got clocked real quick?
Oh, the one that got slapped. The one that got slapped. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's in there. Can we throw Barbecue Becky in the Karen category, because she was the OG, so she got called a Becky, but she really turns out to be more of a Karen. Can Barbecue Becky make it, or is she out the?
I think so. I'll accept that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
We might have to go to the judges, but I'll accept it.
Yeah, fair enough. Right. Central Park Karen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a couple.
She's big Karen.
Big Karen. Yeah, super Karen.
Yeah. Big OG Karen.
Yo. That is our intro, folks. We're gonna see y'all on the other side, man. We're gonna do some things. Like
yeah.
We're gonna crack some brews, you know what I'm saying? And holler at y'all on the other side. Let's go, y'all.
See what I got.
Pouring mine right now. I'm gonna see y'all on the other side. Let's go.
I got the hammer.
Rap Sucks Radio. Blah, 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 blah.
What up, y'all? You alive on Rap Sucks Radio with your homeboy Track Life and your fam, Kev Sakota.
God's breathing system.
You could. Oh my God, dude. Ever since we started doing those, I'm like, okay, what's going on? Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you would like to catch any of our past episodes, you can go to rapsucksradio.com. If you like to just kind of check out video clips and the stories that we talk about, hit up at rapsucksradio on Instagram or RSR Podcast on Facebook. And if you would like to see us live on your TV screen, just live on your screen, download the BTSN channel on your Roku or your Fire Stick, and you can see me and Kev with clips and videos and shorts of things that we talk about, or any of your favorite podcasting platforms except for Pandora if you want to listen to us. And that is my spiel. Yeah. What up, though? Let's go.
your spiel.
Spiel. You know what I'm saying? Kev.
By the way, speaking of Karen, did you see the post of that woman who, she was trying to get the Karen madness to end? Mm-hmm. She felt very aggrieved and very offended. And she said it was very offensive to white women of color.
Wait. Oh my God, dude.
So to all you white women of color, we are allies.
I will say this, and I don't want to, whatever, man. I know it might upset a few people, but I just got to say that this is definitely not to anybody that we deal with personally on a regular basis or whatever, but I have come across people where the only thing you're getting from this movement is saying mean things to white people. Like, that's not really what we're here for. Like, yes, get it in, throw your Karens out and whatever you gonna do and get your disses on, But some people, that's really the whole movement. Like, we out here with our posters just to be mean to white people. Like, that's not what we're here for. Like, it's bigger than that. It's actually a lot bigger than that.
I can think of an entire group of individuals who feel like that's the case.
Oh boy.
And I think we're about to talk about that.
Yes. Oh man. Okay. Deep breath, boy. Deep breath on this one.
Subcontingent.
Okay. Laura Tartaglione is doing too much. But it's not just her. It's really and friends. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The topic title I got for this is Long Beach is the spot. The reason why this is all going down, why is she doing too much? Well, it's actually not just Laura, although she was kind of the fire starter for this in this particular Facebook group. The Facebook group is called it's a private law enforcement group on Facebook that is literally literally started a plot to kill what's his name? Sean King. I was about to say like Sean King. You know what I'm saying? The source is the Medium, where he tends to write, his own thoughts. The Facebook group is called California Law Enforcement Officers. So it was private. Somehow the information from their group leaked, and this is how it went down. This is straight from the Medium, straight from Sean King. So there are other sources where you can get some outside information. This is straight from Sean King for those who want to research and get a different opinion. So Sean King wrote, on this past Tuesday morning, I received a very alarming text message from a friend. Inside of a private Facebook group for California law enforcement officers, members of the group were openly plotting and planning my assassination. Sadly, I receive death threats daily. It's been that for years, but they are mainly from anonymous strangers and seem more designed to intimidate me and my family than they appear to be imminent threats of physical harm. Again, this is all Sean King's own words. We take them all seriously, but what we found in this private Facebook group is altogether different. These were men and women in a private group that they had no idea I'd ever see, using their real names and identities, openly plotting to kill me and organizing each other to execute it. Kev, let's pause for a second right there.
It's crazy.
So Sean King is a very controversial character on both sides of the line. He's definitely hated by Blue Lives Matter people and racist white folks. But he's got his questionable moments on the other side of the line too. one of the things that you'll hear is one of the officers said that he's one of the founding members of Black Lives Matter. He is absolutely not. I don't even believe he's, actually, I'm going to go out and say he's not even part of it. A lot of times when he's interviewed, people speak to him as though he's a member of Black Lives Matter, but he's not. So there's that. And also, there's been some questions about what he's doing with money that he receives, and a question of whether he's even black at all. I don't think that matters, but that has been a question. So we'll kind of cover some of that. But let's jump back into the threats real quick. I feel like I've been talking quite a bit, so I got to let Kev get some in on this. I just want to start off with the initial thing. Laura Tartaglione says she's a retired Long Beach police officer. She said that he was a founding member of BLM, which is not true. But then she also says, I think California needs to start putting a team together of retired military, police, and NRA members. These criminals that the Democrats created need to be stopped. All right. Before we get into the rawness of it, Kev, what's up?
Yeah, I mean, it's, first of all, I think there's an investigation now after he originally posted this.
Yeah.
So there seems to be some level of legitimacy to it, but we obviously didn't look into it or anything like that. But yeah, these folks are nuts because they're, like you said, using their own names and making death threats in writing.
Dude.
And the thing that he's been in the mix with, the protest movement for a long time. And, I think whether it's completely unrelated or just a mistake or confusion, he's been associated with the BLM movement just because I think they kind of, have been on the similar side of certain issues.
Yeah,
not necessarily agreeing on everything,
tandem.
but yeah. It's like, understandable to a certain extent, but he's definitely been most vocal. He's definitely been in the media a lot. Mm-hmm. But the thing that he said most recently was, when people started to make a concerted effort, another concerted effort to take the Confederate statues down, he took it to the level of talking about removing images of white Jesus from everywhere, I guess.
Yep. He's not wrong about that, by the way.
No, not at all. But people got really angry at that, and that sort of drew another layer of fringe people into the mix, because I think there's a wide swath of aggrieved folks who, are just looking for that reason to get in,
Right. Yep.
It's like they're just like on the edge of that super racist double dutch, and they just waiting.
Right.
For their their moment to shine or whatever. And so he sparked that off a little bit. Again, not the least controversial thing in the world.
Nope.
But and then I saw this, so I don't know if it was a result of what he said or whatever, but yeah, officer, I guess former officer, assuming these folks are all retired, but I'm not sure, but John Houchins, he posted, quote, "Sean King needs to be put down," unquote. Mark McAdams then posted, "Need to start cutting the head off the snake, so to speak." So, at least he watches The Sopranos.
There you go.
Yeah. He probably, touched his nose when he hit enter on that post or whatever.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Garcia, also of the Long Beach Police Department, said, "I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's get it going, boys and girls. Time for a number 6, end quote, which evidently is, number 6 is a code for a long distance operation, which I assume means some sort of violence or whatever.
Yep.
It might, it might just be 3 number 2s. Who knows? But
I got an answer machine that.
But yeah, they were definitely on there with those muscular thumbs.
It's crazy.
I love that term, dude.
Roy Brokaw says
they were getting riled up.
They were. Roy Brokaw said, "I'm with you, brothers and sisters, for justice, and I'll be there. Tell me when and where. Does anyone know where this Sean King can be found?"
Right.
After Jeffrey Garcia spoke, Laura, oh, dude, just passed it. just passed it off. Organize it, Jeff. Roger that, Laura. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're the leader? Like, come on. This is. If I was Jeff, I'd be like, you organize it. You the one that started it. Like, come on. What do you need? A PowerPoint?
Exactly. No, it was like a meeting about a holiday party in the break room or something.
like let's go assassinate this dude. We're clearly forming law. It makes you wonder, though. I mean, we've had these, wildly important assassinations throughout U.S. history.
Right.
So now we just kind of can be clear that the police are generally involved, or can be. Like,
well,
if you guys are having this conversation so casually, you know what I'm saying?
Because I know I saw this, and then not a day later, maybe 2 days, the cops in Wilmington, I think at least have been fired, and maybe have charges pending. Who Wilmington, North Carolina, repeatedly used the N-word and said the protests were, quote, worshiping blacks.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. And then they said they were getting ready for a civil war, which ended great for all you racists last time. But
you guys lost the first time around.
Exactly. And then, so there's that incident, which it seems like is getting more reporting and more action against those officers. Mm-hmm. And then today there was something with the San Jose police calling BLM people racist idiots. All right. And un-American. Okay. Enemies. Maybe. I don't know. And then another officer in that area, I don't know if it was the same actual house, said Black lives really don't matter. Clever. But none of those guys was straight up in writing threatening death. But I mean, it's not... Oh, and then another one of these guys says, when he's talking about Muslims, saying, I say repurpose the hijabs into nooses, which,
This is a police officer that said that.
That's not nice. Yeah.
God, dude.
I mean...
It's crazy because so many years... I'm sorry, Kev. So many years... Yeah. People have been trying to say this is happening and no one is understanding. And even now, like... We just have to continue to have the good officers versus bad officers conversation. But it's like, dude, a lot of this is indoctrination, man. If you're not catching it, you're missing a lot of the point, man. Like, this is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's not kind of crazy. Right. This is absolutely crazy,
Yeah. And I mean, I go to the grocery store. If I go and I always buy apples because the kid likes apples. Most of the apples are in decent shape. But I still sit there and pick out the good ones, right? The best ones. Mm-hmm. But how many bad apples does it take for it to just become reasonable to, at some point, just say, all apples?
That's my question. How many bad apples spoil a bunch? I asked that just a couple days ago.
And the worst thing is that this is like a situation where the bad apples are identified, and then carrying that analogy, rather than just taking them off the shelf and throwing them away, which is obvious. The obvious solution. They just get moved to another grocery store and put right back on the shelf again. It's like, what are you doing? With a pension and maybe a pay raise. It's crazy.
Right. I think,
hopefully it's changing. Who knows?
I mean, hopefully so. But I think when you make those type of threats, you should be immediately disarmed. Like your right to carry should be taken away. Like,
right. I think, and that's what we're realizing is that unless there are clear consequences, and those consequences those consequences are going to be enforced. I mean, these guys are off their rocker.
They are.
It's nuts.
They are. I mean, they are, and they're using police code to describe like an assassination. Like, I don't know, like how much do you want this representing your police department and your officers? I mean, for all the Blue Lives Matter people out there, like this is what you want? Do you want this? And you bring up various, oh my God, what about black on black crime? But what about this? What about this? Are you denouncing this? Because for black on black crime, if first of all, it's not a real thing, but second of all, there's mothers in charge. There's a Stop the Violence movement. There are neighborhood takebacks. Like, I've been part of all three of those, actually. So I've DJ'd at neighborhood takebacks, gang interventions. I've spoken to youth before, gangsters or whatever, in reformist conversations, and just not really, just a conversation with young men, just trying to get them to understand or get them to be able to let their frustrations out to a open ear. Like, there are people who are very concerned with crime in their own neighborhood. Now, how concerned are you would go about what goes on in between the walls of your police department for the Blue Lives Matter people? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like, if you ask somebody, just not right now, but in any other time, how do you feel about crime? It's like, oh, it sucks. And if you're asking a black person, how do you feel about black on black crime? It's like, well, maybe you should shut up, but also it really sucks.
Yeah, like, wait, what?
Conversation's over.
Yeah, like, is that a thing?
How do you feel about cops killing people? That's not good. That's all you have to do is say it. And then do something about it.
Not that hard. Somebody in that group should have been like, yo.
Evidently, it's very, very hard.
I mean, nobody in that group, and maybe, we didn't see it, right? Because, again, not absolving anything, but it's not news to say the people that were like, yo, you guys need to knock this off. Somebody in there, I hope somebody in that group was like, yo, what are y'all doing? Shut up. First of all, no. This is Facebook, idiots. But more importantly, we're not finna kill this dude. We police officers. We're supposed to be protecting the people. You know what I'm saying? Even if they disagree with us, even if they don't like us, this is our job. We're not here to be heroes, per se.
Well, it seems clear that some of them are feeling bad enough about it to leak the information out, which, depending on how you feel about that, whatever, I don't care right now. But,
yeah,
I don't need them to go stand on a mountain and risk their life and their family's life and their career,
right?
Snitching on these dudes in public, but I mean, you got to do something to fix it. It just doesn't make any sense, man.
It has to be.
And then all the other idiots talking about, well, he wasn't an angel. It's like, what do you need? You need a honor roll, perfect, 4.0 GPA, all pro athlete to get arrested and then treated badly for you to believe it. And by the way, that happens.
I was gonna say, you have that. You actually have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know. Those are just buried in conversation. Like, you have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's never ending, man. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And what bothers me the most about this is, I'm not with the whole political conversation in this. You know what I'm saying? We're talking person to person. Like, I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? But there's also like a political addition to it. Like, the Democrats created this. Like, I don't care. Who cares? Right now, you're facing situations where people of your ilk are harming other people on the job. You know what I'm saying? You should be concerned with fixing that. You should be like, yo, that's trash. Like, let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? You should be wondering, like, why? Okay, well, why did you want to be a police officer, dude? You wanted to be one to what? To get all the hugs and kisses, or what did you become a police officer for? Like, all these questions should start coming up now, because this was ridiculous. Like, it was crazy to read. You know what I'm saying? Jeff, organize it. It's like, the hell? What?
And honestly, all due respect to the cops who are trying to do their best to connect with their community, but I don't need to see a video of a cop in uniform playing one-on-one with a kid, or someone kneeling with the kid, or giving a kid an ice cream cone or whatever. It's like, you should be doing that anyway, and so a lot of you are, but that doesn't make up for killing a guy.
It doesn't.
Or threatening to kill somebody who has not done anything wrong. He may be a jerk, but that's not up to you to decide what happens to him, period.
It's like, you're not supposed to roll up and shoot the bad guys either. That's not your job.
Right.
That's not how it works. And I get it. It's a difficult job. I understand, man. Like, it's a job I don't want to ever do. But a lot of the reason why I wouldn't do it is because of the fellow officers. Like, no, I don't want to be part of that. Like, nah, I'm cool. I don't want to work with that dude. You know what I'm saying? So nah.
Yes.
It's a crazy. It's crazy.
We know you're tough. We know you're strong.
Dude, yeah.
So why don't you act like it? Stop saying this silly stuff.
Yo, hold up. I do have to say this real quick. To all you police officers that are walking out because of the scrutiny that the police department is facing, you are cowards, you are punks, you are soft, and you are ridiculously trash. And I want you to know that from Trek Life directly. You are cowards, you are punks, you are soft, and you are trash. Do your job. You know what I'm saying? Face the scrutiny like a man or like an adult and do your job. But for your coward ass to walk off and technically leave the people unprotected, which, to be honest, people were fine for the most part without you.
That's what I was going to say. It's to me, seeing that, I understand that they're trying to make a statement or whatever, but it's a stupid statement, so I don't understand why they would want to make it. But if they could sign away their pensions and allocate those resources somewhere else, whether it's an officer who wants to do a better job or whatever the case may be.
Thank you.
Maybe some books in schools or pencils and pens for teachers and stuff like that,
Yeah.
But they're not doing that. They're just making an empty gesture. But it just reminds me of it's like when someone in your office goes, throws a temper tantrum and walks off the job and they quit, right?
Yeah.
And they're all mad and everyone's like, whoa, for like half a second. And then they come back a week later to get their stuff and no one even bats an eye.
It's funny, man.
Nothing changed. Yeah. We realized we didn't need you anyway.
It was perfect. Look, I have this conversation all the time because of my position at my job. I've had this conversation like for a couple of years with various people. Get as mad as you want. That's okay. Emotions are perfectly fine. This building's not going to close.
Right.
You could get mad. Be mad. Be mad, man. Oh my God, you're so angry. Building ain't gonna close, bro. This boat gonna float, bro. You could bounce. You could dance on your way out. You could do whatever you want. Boat gonna float.
We'll do our best to figure it out.
Yeah, we'll be fine. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but yeah, that might be in the history of Rap Sucks Radio probably the most ridiculous story we've ever. I feel like the most ridiculous story we've ever like talked about on here. That's just pretty pointlessly crazy. You know what I'm saying? Police officers plotting an assassination online, and now they're gonna say, "Well, we weren't serious." It's like, dude, yes, you were. Old dude, did you see the old dude? You have to realize at my age, life in prison doesn't mean anything. Be quiet. Shut up. Be quiet. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, tough guy.
Yeah, knock it off.
You're bored. You're bored.
You dumb. Because if you got grandkids,
take up a hobby.
You gonna not see your grandkids. If you got grandkids, you're not gonna see them for whatever amount of years you have remaining in life because you're dumb butt talking about it ain't that big of a deal. Shut up. Sit down. Go sit down somewhere. Idiot. Ridiculous. Let's jump into this this NASCAR joint real quick and then hop on out of here, man.
Yeah, as we do every episode, we're it's time for NASCAR Corner on Rap Sucks Radio.
Right, we are, man. We really know the sport.
Bringing you the latest
in NASCAR discussion. All right, so NASCAR has released the picture of the noose that was found in Bubba Wallace's garage stall, and it left no doubt that it was indeed an actual noose. This is reported by the Grio. The players involved are, of course, NASCAR, Bubba Wallace. If you're not up on this story, just to kind of catch you up, black NASCAR racer named Bubba Wallace was set to alarm because there was a noose in the garage stall that he was assigned by NASCAR. Just to be clear, the garages are not, it's not your garage for like your whole life. It's a garage that you're assigned as a racer when you're invited to the race. So he wasn't in this garage last month or last year. He was in it this time. So someone else reported the noose. The FBI did an investigation. NASCAR came out. There was a show of solidarity between other racers and Bubba Wallace, just to say, hey, we're not going to deal with this or have this, which I thought was pretty cool. But the FBI declared that the noose in Wallace's garage had been there since last year, and they maintained that it was not a hate crime and that it was not directed at the 26-year-old driver, Bubba Wallace. NASCAR has maintained that the noose is a garage pull rope and not a rope that has been historically used to kill black people. So what NASCAR is saying is that,
or in this case, both.
In this case, both. Right. What NASCAR is saying is that they weren't saying that the noose was there for the purpose of hanging Bubba Wallace. It was a garage pull rope tied into a noose. So just to be clear.
Yeah.
But
I had such a hard time following the statement too.
Yeah, it was such an odd statement to make. Like, I don't know.
It should have been, yes, it was a noose,
right.
Period. And then issue a separate thing that said, oh, but by the way, it
would have been a lot easier to say.
It wasn't meant as a threat.
Yeah, exactly. It was a garage pull rope that was fastened into a noose. It was, and we found that it wasn't meant to be a threat. Like, we actually, all of you people and companies need Kev Sakota. You guys all need him. He'll write it out for you for a nominal fee, not a small fee, a nominal fee. Contact us at rapsucksradio@gmail.com. Kev Sakota will write.
I charge by the Confederate flag.
So,
I mean, if you put your fat old head in that garage pull, it may very well close the garage, but it's not the right way to do it.
That is definitely not the way that works. Listen,
and everyone, I didn't even pay attention. I don't have. It's not like I have this vast community of NASCAR fans that I associate with, but there were people calling him Jussie. And he didn't even it seems like he didn't really have anything to do with it, other than the fact that he had just gone through this the prior week, with the move that NASCAR did make about the Confederate flags and all that, which we talked about.
Listen, hold on real quick. I'm going to clarify this. Go back to your aunties, your uncles, your dad, your brother, whatever. Listen. So the first episode we ever did on Rap Sucks Radio was about Jussie Smollett.
Oh, okay? Right.
That's the first episode we ever did. We researched a fair amount of Rap Sucks Radio research information, which means we looked at a couple articles.
Couple is generous.
Couple is very generous. Okay, so first of all, Bubba Wallace did not report the noose. Matter of fact, right. It's arguable whether he even saw it. Until
it seems like they were looking into it before he even set foot in there.
Before he even set foot into the actual garage, so he may not even seen it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't report it. Jussie Smollett reported his own crime. Bubba Wallace was reported by someone else. The other thing is that the noose had been there since October of last year, right?
I know. What did I tell you? I was like, and people are acting like nooses have like a statute of limitations or something, like an expiration date or a half-life or something, like after 4 months. But it's been there for 4 months. I don't think it's dangerous anymore. Like, well, no, that's not exactly how that works.
I mean, look, I'm gonna throw. Okay, you ready? I don't have a thing for this. I gotta figure out something. Like, hold on real quick. I'm gonna see if there's something I can press. Okay. Listen, I am going to super benefit of the doubt this, okay? You ready, Kev?
Okay.
It was October, Halloween, maybe someone for some Halloween prank issue tied a noose. Maybe. Believe it or not. I'm not saying that that's what happened. I'm just giving the most massive benefit of the doubt I possibly can. But either way, no matter what, Bubba Wallace did not report it.
Exactly.
So all the Jussie Smollett nonsense and the race baiting nonsense you guys are trying to say, cut it out. Yeah. It ain't happening, fam.
Out.
You whack.
I'll give him a benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt. Like, you can just picture some good old boys. Just like, for crying out loud, Cletus. Why'd you have to go and put them boys in garage number 4? the Noose Garage? Just took down all them damn Confederate flags. Why couldn't you have a little bit of class? Put them in the nunchuck garage. Put them in that one with the old pinata up in it. You racist son bitch.
Like, oh man.
Oh, for God's sakes, Cletus.
Oh man. So it's confirmed that it's a noose. It's confirmed that it was in there since October. It's confirmed that Bubba Wallace didn't report it. It's confirmed that if you in any way have said this is a Jussie Smollett situation, you are a prolapsed anus. That's what you are. That's what you are.
Except for Freddie Fox. We're cool, Fred.
Oh, did Freddie Fox say that? Did I tell you the story about Freddie Fox real quick? Should I end the episode with the story about Freddie Fox?
As long as it doesn't get both of us killed.
I don't think it will. All right, Pete, real quick. I'm gonna end the show. First of all, thank y'all for tuning in to Rap Sucks Radio. Well, I'll do that at the end, whatever. All right, so I'm in New York with Spawn, right? With Spontaneous, and we are at the Rock Steady reunion, 25th anniversary, Rock Steady 25th anniversary, right? And we rolling with this attorney that was like an attorney to MCs or whatever, relatively famous dude. I do not remember his name, and I wouldn't say it anyway because I don't want to embarrass the dude. I'm just speaking about what happened. So apparently we didn't know. We were introduced to him, and it was a big deal to know him, apparently. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know
the lawyer.
If you're not familiar with the music industry, like a good lawyer is king, and you know, sometimes they can kind of get you in and out of the business, you know. So Spawn was introduced to him. I was simply the backup dancer to Spawn at the time, so I know that this was all about Spawn, and he was introduced to the guy to forward and benefit his career. We were having trouble getting into the reunion, and we kept getting turned down door to door. It was like we kept going to different doors, and they kept saying no. And people were like, yo, go to this door and I'm gonna meet you and help you in. And like they weren't there to the point where like Crazy Legs eventually like yelled at us and cussed at us or whatever. So yeah, we looked like idiots until this dude rolls up and walks us in. All right, cool. We walk backstage, Kev, and it's a hardcore hip hopper's dream, man. Both of the MOP were in the building. Premier was back there. Guru at the time. You know what I'm saying? Was rest in peace. But before I could really get comfortable with what was happening, like, oh my God, I'm back here with these people, which, you know, I'm not really that type of person anyway, but it was pretty fresh, right? Matter of fact, it was interesting, like the first time meeting Crazy Legs, like having a shouting match with him. That's cool. So there's that.
He didn't challenge you to a battle?
I really think he was ready to fight me at that point. But this is the thing. I was under the impression that we were on guest lists because several people kept saying you're on the list, go to the door. And we kept going to the door and they were like, you're not on this list. So at some point when we got yelled at, I was irritated. So I yelled back. Like, man, I'm talking to me crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all figure out y'all business or whatever. So anyway, that's another story for another day. No, I'm not saying that I shouted down Crazy Legs. Don't spread that on the internet. I'm just saying. I'm just laughing.
You know, I'm laughing because I'm picturing Crazy Legs to have to be the one to control the guest list at his own party.
It was weird because we were in the front. Like every time we showed up, he was there. It was like, God, dude, it was so embarrassing. Like it's like, you know, it was like I idolized this dude as one of the greatest.
We need you to do security too. We need you to do security. You're gonna perform at 10:30, but from 8:30 to 9:15, I'm gonna need you to do security at 7 entry points.
It was funny because I saw him at Do Over years later, and he was like, "Oh, I remember you." Somebody introduced me to him. Laura, I think her name was Laura, introduced me to him, and he was like, "I remember you," and I was like, "I wonder how he remembers me." You know what I'm saying? Like, was he like, "Yeah, you the dude we was about to jump and beat up in front of the Manhattan Center or whatever"? But anyway, before I could get comfortable with what's going on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, hardcore MC, hardcore rapper's dream, right? A hardcore hip hop head's dream. Freddie Fox comes flying at the attorney dude, slams dude through a table, like
Wow.
smashes dude. And the two dudes from the MOP is holding them back. You know what I'm saying? Like just pulling them off. Dude has got to be giving up at least 90 pounds to Freddie Fox. Somebody, a photographer, was taking pictures of it. His camera got thrown to the ground by another person. I don't know who it was. Like, it was crazy to watch. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't even see it coming.
Dog, we opened some double doors. I was like, that's MOP. Whoa. So, yo, we're the dude standing with him. We're standing with the guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we're also the dudes that Crazy Legs had to yell at earlier. So, like, now I'm terrified because I'm in New York and we're staying in Jersey City. So it ain't like I could just run. We're in Manhattan. Like, I don't even know where to go. It's my first time in New York. Oh, dude, it was crazy. It was crazy.
But he didn't like get up and look at you like you're next.
It's whatever he was into. Like the two, Fame was
targeted strike.
Fame was laughing at us, at me and Spawn. Like the people were telling. Like, somebody told a joke about how scared we looked, and they were probably dead accurate because I was terrified, yo. I was terrified.
He's not a small human being.
Definitely not a small human being. It is like a pro wrestler. You know what I'm saying, in real life. So yeah, like I'm not scared very much, but at that moment I was like, yeah, this is one of those moments where you take a L. So anyway, they kind of laughed and shrugged it off, and we definitely weren't successful on whatever mission we were trying to accomplish on that during that show. But you know, first time in New York, 2002. Oh man. Anyway, yo, thank y'all for tuning in to Rap Sucks Radio, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all.
Yes.
If you would like to catch any of our past episodes, man, if you like what you hear, go ahead and go to rapsucksradio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms, with the random exception of Pandora for some odd reason. I don't know why. You also can catch us on your TV. I'm gonna get on this TV, mama. Download BTSN Pass on Roku or your Fire Stick or your Fire TV. Go ahead and log in and you can see me and Kev Sakota. So my name is Trek Life, and I'm your homeboy Trek Life, and that's your fam Kev Sakota.
That's right. Are you gonna be the new voice of Cleveland, by the way?
Oh, let's talk about that next week. Come on.
Karen.
I can't.
That's nasty.
I cannot match that, yo. So yeah. I would not be the new voice of Cleveland, but me and Kev Sakota are the voice of this generation. Yeah, look at all that energy I'm putting out there. We are it. You know what I'm saying? Holla at us next time on the count of three. What's up?
You're only supposed to say that when we're a young generation.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm saying this current generation is we on technology. Everybody's the same age now. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Get a Snapchat. Sure. You're immediately 25. Yo, anyway, holla at us on the count of three. We say peace. 1, 2, 3. Peace.
Peace.
We out, y'all. We'll catch y'all next week. Yeah.
See ya.